Yeah, hello and welcome back to Kinda Neat. A few weeks ago I made a video about why I thought real-life Japan was exactly like anime, and then maybe also a video about why I thought it was nothing like anime, but the pendulum has swung back around because I'm here today to share 5 more ways that I think real-life Japan is exactly how it's portrayed in anime. Before I begin, I should probably give a little disclaimer. If you haven't read the name of my channel, it's kinda neat, as in kinda not educated, employed, or trained, so I'm certainly no expert, and everything I say in this video is just based on my own personal experiences in Japan and the research I've done to back it up. And if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments so I can reply with a nice loving baka. Number 5. You oughta wear a yukata to the summer festival. When anime characters aren't at the beach, but they need somewhere cinematic to hang out, chances are there happens to be a summer, fall, winter, or even spring festival happening that very night, where they can dress up in their Sunday best, eat a ringo ame, watch the fireworks, and confess their love. Sounds a little too good to be true, right? Well, maybe the last part is. So far nobody's confessed their love to me, but I swear the rest is real. Japanese festivals come in all shapes and sizes, like the Gion Matsuri in Kyoto, which lasts the entire month of July, and on top of your usual festive festival festivities features a parade of spectacular floats representing the history of the area. Or the Sapporo Snow Festival with unbelievable ice sculptures that draw in millions of visitors each year. And what snow festival is complete without a dedicated smoking area made entirely out of ice? Apparently some of the sculptures are made by the JSDF, which I think says a lot about a country if their army has nothing better to do than play in the snow. Other festivals take place on holidays such as New Year's or Thanksgiving, but no matter how big or small, most festivals are centered around a single Japanese shrine, and are packed full of delicious smelling food stands, fun games, live music, and if you're really lucky, fireworks. In bigger cities, you can pretty much find a festival happening most nights, and you might even accidentally stumble into one like I did while in Tokyo. I was walking down a street in Minato one night when I heard some strange music playing off in the distance, so I literally just followed the sound until I was knee-deep in love confessions. Okay, yeah, that part was a lie. I just ate an embarrassing amount of takoyaki and then walked back to the hotel alone. Number 4. Skip the store. They aren't even contending with the machines of the vending. I know, I never shut up about food, but hear me out one more time. If Western culture could learn one thing from the land of the rising sun, I'd pick just how convenient, affordable, and life-changing Japanese vending machine culture is. No matter where you are, from downtown to parks, shrines, and even rural towns, you can't walk more than 3 minutes without bumping into a vending machine that will dispense a little something for everyone. For the low price of 100 yen. Thirsty? Grab some water, juice, milk, or soda. Tired? Grab a can of coffee. Cold or hot. Just had a long day at work? Vending machines have your booze and ciggy needs covered. Drank too much vending machine booze and need to sober up? Grab a piping hot can of soup. Or my personal favorite? Corn. I gotta eat it while it's hot. And although I haven't seen it myself, there are whispers of a legendary pizza vending machine popping up around the country. Basically what I'm trying to say is the anime trope of friends all gathering around a vending machine on a hot day is absolutely true. Even if you need to prove to the girl you like just how manly you are, vending machines have you covered. During my trip, I probably stopped at a minimum of 5 vending machines a day, and even that didn't feel like enough. And this part might just be me, but there's sort of like a collectathon element to them. Every once in a while, you'll find an ultra rare vending machine that has options you've never seen anywhere else, and unless you remember exactly where that was, you might never try that drink again. Like a really delicious banana milk I had in Nara. You'll notice a lot of the time in anime, when characters buy their drinks, they'll either go find a bench to sit on, or they'll simply stand next to the machine as they quench their thirst.
自動販売機ごっこです。120円です。
This is because in Japan, it's seen as rude to eat or drink as you walk around. Walking and drinking like a degenerate. Oh crap, I forgot. There's varying opinions on this rule. Some see it as kinda old-fashioned, and I'm not saying you'll get tossed in jail or anything, but you might get a few dirty looks from older folks, so out of respect for the culture, just do your best. I actually really like this rule, and find the ritual of chatting as you enjoy your drink next to the machine a nice break from the go attitudes you might have on your first trip. Number 3. Homeless people. And before you go commenting that you've been watching anime for 12 years straight and have never once seen a homeless person, that's sort of my point. The only anime I've ever seen that really dove deep into the homeless problem in Japan is Hinamatsuri, and although it's a goofy comedy, it did a really good job at making you sympathize and see them for who they are as people. But it wasn't until I visited Japan for myself that I understood just how accurate Hinamatsuri was. Being from Vancouver, a city with a very severe and neglected homeless problem, I've grown accustomed to seeing and interacting with them in a certain way. So when I landed in Japan late at night and made the journey across the city to my hotel, I was surprised to find that there really weren't any homeless people around in Tokyo. And I'm not saying they aren't there, they just have a very different way of living. Compared to the West, Japan's drug problem is almost non-existent, and although they do have alcohol and gambling abuse, the majority of homeless people are just regular people who've come on hard times. This, coupled with Japan's respect-driven culture and a system of rehabilitation, leads to a homeless population that do their best to stay safe, clean, and inconspicuous. Just like in Hinamatsuri, rather than panhandle, they choose to collect recycling, and they use wood and tarps to build simple homes for themselves. While in Osaka, I stayed at a hotel right in the center of the homeless district Nishinari-ku, and walked around freely late at night without ever once feeling unsafe. If you'd like to learn more about the subject, there's a really great documentary on YouTube from a channel called Life Where I'm From. Number 2. The quest for the otaku. You've probably noticed while watching anime that characters tend to be pretty embarrassed or secretive about their manga purchases and anime watching habits. This is because just like in the West, watching cartoons all day is seen as kinda childish, and your dad will probably never let you hear the end of it. Oftentimes when anime characters do shut themselves indoors to play video games or watch movies, they're referred to as a neet, and rightfully so. What kind of loser would do that? What? I'm only kinda a neet. I occasionally leave the house for supplies. And when anime characters do occasionally let themselves go entirely, they end up moving to Akihabara, wearing a lab coat, hanging out in a maid cafe, and talking only in haikus. Which doesn't sound too bad, actually. I wonder where I can get a lab coat. Watch out, Akiba. There is a new Neet in town. But only kinda. Number 1. Don't just whine. Pray at a shrine. You'd be hard-pressed to find an anime that doesn't feature a gate or a shrine in some capacity. In fact, it might just be the single most iconic piece of Japanese imagery I can think of. So there's no doubt that you've seen characters hanging ema, cleansing at a chozubachi, or tossing coins into a saisenbako. All of these rituals are completely real and take place every day at any of the 80,000 shrines across Japan. As far as I'm aware, foreigners are more than welcome to visit and take place in the rituals. Just make sure you do your research beforehand on the proper etiquette so you don't do anything disrespectful. Just like in anime, just about every town, no matter how small, will have some form of beautifully decorated shrine, either seemingly randomly dropped in cities, or with an entire park built around them. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I've got another one just like it you can watch, or one that's the exact opposite you can watch. Whatever floats your boat. Just like a vending machine, there's a little something for everyone here, all made by your favorite lab coat wearing, haiku writing, kinda neat.